Well, thank you, Chair Cantwell, and thank you to Secretary Raimondo for joining us today. The Department of Commerce has a crucial role to help Arizonans address the supply chain crisis, support business growth, and create good-paying jobs. The department has a wide range of tools to assist with many important Arizona priorities, such as addressing the historic drought in the Southwest, increasing domestic manufacturing of semiconductors, and expanding broadband to all corners of our state. I look forward to working with you, Secretary, and with my colleagues on this committee to continue to advance these efforts in a bipartisan manner to help Arizona families. My first question is about fire season. As you know, fire season has already begun in Arizona as the Southwest experiences the most severe drought in 1,200 years. The tunnel fire north of Flagstaff has burned over 20,000 acres, and a state of emergency has been declared in Coconino County. The Crooks Fire has burned over 6,000 acres south of Prescott. My thoughts are with my fellow Arizonans affected by these disasters and with our first responders, our wildland firefighters, and their families as they work to contain these wildfires. Arizonans rely on National Weather Service predictions and National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration data to predict fire trajectory and determine impacts to landscapes and human health. It's important that NOAA, and the Weather Service have the resources and expertise needed to predict weather and drought conditions. So, Secretary, the bipartisan infrastructure law included $80 million for NOAA high-performance computing technology and $50 million for wildfire prediction, detection, and forecasting. How will these resources allow NOAA to improve drought and wildfire prediction forecasting?
Thank you, Senator, for your question. And I'll say parenthetically, a number of Commerce employees who were in Colorado were put out of their homes due to wildfires. So we have had real-time recent experience with this. The President's budget, the 23 budget, includes increases, as you say, to help communities manage the impacts of drought. We will be investing the money in better data and forecasting models for wildfires. We're also expanding the work we do in communities. We're putting a greater effort into helping communities prepare their mitigation plans for wildfire, and primarily we're making big investments in the way we collect data and do forecasting for droughts so that it can be more sophisticated. And of course, there's the link between droughts and wildfires. The last thing I'll say is in the budget, we're requesting additional funds to broaden tribal engagement on this issue of precipitation prediction to make sure that they're fully engaged in the work we're doing around droughts and wildfire prevention.
Thank you. As the Southwest continues to face historic drought, we must use every available tool to assess the length and severity of drought conditions. The National Integrated Drought Information System has been helpful to me when determining policy responses for drought-stricken areas, but I believe we can always improve. How has the department worked to coordinate drought response with other agencies, particularly with the Department of Interior, Bureau of Reclamation, and USDA? And how can you make this interagency process more effective so drought mitigation policies can be targeted for maximum impact of federal dollars?
Yes, thank you. So I will tell you, since I've been at this job for over a year, I'm constantly trying to find ways to make the interagency more effective and efficient. And I would welcome kind of following up with you on that. We are very focused on this. And again, in our Commerce family, like a dozen people were rendered homeless because of wildfires, which has given us a new sense of urgency. So NOAA is responsible for the data and the prediction analytics. And as I say, we're working with communities. We are working, I think, hand in glove with Interior, with USDA, trying to maximize the impact. But again, I would welcome any ideas that you have on how we could do an increasingly better job.
Thank you, Secretary. Arizona is a national leader in semiconductor manufacturing and in research development and innovation, including at our state universities. The semiconductor industry currently employs over 20,000 Arizonans. I was proud to be original co-sponsor of the CHIPS for America Act to restore America's leadership in semiconductor manufacturing, which is crucial for both our economic and national security. In response to the CHIPS Act, we've seen both Intel and TSMC announce significant investments in Arizona manufacturing. Now, the Senate passed its competition bill last May, and I look forward to Congress finishing its job and getting this competition bill to the president's desk with all the funding for CHIPS grant included. But all the stakeholders in Arizona, from our manufacturers and suppliers to our research universities, our local government leaders, are eager for this funding to flow. In anticipation of our competition bill becoming law, what is the department doing right now to prepare, and how long until this money will get out the door after passage?
Yes, thank you, Senator, and thank you for your leadership on that. As you say, Arizona has a lot at stake here. I want to be crystal clear about this. We cannot do anything unless and until Congress passes the law, gets it to the president's desk. So we have to put our shoulder to the grindstone in this conference. We cannot wait. We cannot delay. Other countries aren't waiting, and we have to get this to the president's desk. For our part, we are already hard at work. We are doing a huge amount of stakeholder engagement. We've just recently issued a request for information from industry to try to learn where are the shortages, how can we work with them. We've created an internal organizational chart to know, where this will live, who we need to hire. We will be able to hit the ground running. Nothing's going to happen until Congress does its job and passes the bipartisan legislation. So I'll do anything I can to help with that.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Senator Young.